In Afghanistan, you're a serious piece of ass.
Thank you. Oh, that's nice.
Because you're what? I mean, you're like 7, 6, 7 in New York. Here, you were 9. Borderline 10.
What are you here, like a 15?
Yeah.
Well, Grandma, what did you think of Whiskey Tango Foxtrot? Which is a movie starring Tina Fey as a reporter in Afghanistan in the mid-2000s. So what'd you think?
Based on a true story.
Apparently.
It said at the beginning.
Apparently. We didn't quite get whose story it was, but it was a true story, yes.
Once again, I was immersed in a world totally foreign to me. No experience in this
No? Except from other movies.
reporting world that she
Yes.
lived in, or Afghanistan. I can't imagine. Well, I guess I can imagine, but Afghanistan seems to be one of the worst places in the world to live, whether there's a war on or not. The Afghan people must be extremely hardy folk to survive there. I was impressed by Tina Fey and her grasp of the role, her acting. Who would have thought that Tina Fey could act this well? I mean, she was really, really good and very convincing in the role. I was fascinated by what the story showed us, the life of what was normal. That was mentioned several times. What was normal life for these reporters who were immersed into the middle of this war zone, and created kind of a island for themselves. You know, they hung out with each other and had there was lots of drinking and carousing going on when they weren't out filming. It was interesting to watch her learn about the extremely different culture that she was exposed to, you know, as simply living in Afghanistan, and the relationships she developed with the Afghan people who were helping the reporters. I thought it was very well done. What did you think?
Well, I really like Tina Fey as an actress, and I thought, at least early on, it was sort of interesting. In the long run, again, I just think it was not enough there really to make a movie about. And frankly, it wouldn't really matter if it was a man or a woman as the main character.
You mean following this person?
Yeah, I mean, her being a woman only added just marginally to how interesting the film was, to me at least. I mean, it was sort of interesting to see how these reporters worked with the troops and that sort of stuff, but really it wasn't that interesting. And a lot of the film was really how these reporters are sort of chasing stories and how they, what they needed to do to find something to get on the air and to, in many ways, justify their placement in these places.
Get on the evening news.
Yeah, again, and
have the lead story.
That was not that interesting. I didn't think.
It was for our character, however. It was what drove her
Well, I had to. I mean, again,
yeah, this is what
if
she
she-
was there for.
if she wanted to stay there, again, she had to get on the air. I mean, it was made clear to her, again, there were limited resources, and they can't just have her stay there and not, have anything that can get on the air. I mean, it was sort of interesting how they say, well, interest in the war and stories about the troops sort of waned as the war went on, and it wasn't and so it was harder for her to get on the air.
Well, I understand that because
I mean,
we're all tired of hearing about Iraq and Afghanistan, and how long our troops were over there.
So I mean, it's an interesting point, but it's not something to build a movie around, as far as I was concerned. I mean, again, she tried hard, but again, I just didn't find it that interesting, and I wouldn't recommend it.
Being a woman, I thought that what she learned about the Sharia, is that a law that the real strict Muslim faith preaches, for the status of women. In fact, she couldn't even touch a man, out in public. And of course, she had to be covered up, especially her hair. Everybody had to have that. But the things that she learned about that were interesting to me because.
Well, I mean, that's another sort of thing that, again, who knows whether this is true or not, but again, it seemed that she would have known more of this sort of stuff before she went over there. It seems unlikely to me that a reporter going over to a foreign country would not have either learned or been briefed on a lot of this stuff.
And realized that this is what she would be needing to do.
So again, whether that is part of the true story or whether that is something that they just made up to make it seem more interesting, I don't know. But
as far as you're concerned, they didn't succeed.
No. What is your final report card here, Grandma?
I tend to agree with you. I think the story was interesting. I would like to believe that everything that we were shown in the movie was true, but I agree with you that there is doubt about that. Do we recommend this movie? Tina Fey did a really good job. If you're a Tina Fey fan, you may want to go see this.
A Fey fan, huh?
A Fey fan. You may want to see it. I'm sure she would want you to come and see it. As far as the other actors, Billy Ray Thornton, Billy Bob Thornton, Billy.
Well, what is your report card, Grandma?
He was good too. So-so.
So-so.
Is that a sideways thumb? It's a so-so movie.
So-so.
Definitely not the best, or even among the really good ones that we've seen lately.
Okay.
So, if that's the category, we can have so-so.
You can rate it however you want to.
It's a so-so movie, folks.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't recommend it, but again, somewhat interesting, but really not bad.
Okay.
Not enough.
All right.
Okay.
Sideways, though.
That's good.